candlesticks are. Let's jump into some charts and let's try to put these things side by side and realize what should we be looking for and what should we do when we see these things occur. All right, so if you know, go back to the charts, but I'm just going to be telling you all the dojis are going to be reversals. We said that what was it, shooting stars. The shooting stars are going to be a lot of negative pressures on the way. We're going to have the hammers, which means the positive pressure might be en route. And then we got the bullish bars that's saying, all right, boom, we got one direction. Those are just three main bars we're going to focus on. The dojis, hammers, and shooting stars. I don't really count, the whichever one started with an M, the dominant candles. Like, I don't really count these because everybody knows what to expect here. Like, if something's going one direction and it's negative or positive, like, we don't have to really explain that. You feel me? Those should only occur once you're in the trade. Like, if you're getting into a trade, once you see this right here, then it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You kind of do what you got to do, but you feel me? Like, I don't know. But anyways, let's just go to, I don't want to just like, I'm going to scroll all the way back. I'm going to go to a time when I wasn't even trading. Where's this top chart? All right. Boom, here. Wasn't trading in 2018. All right, cool. So in this situation, guess what? We got a doji right here. I'm sorry, let's just go from the bottom. All right, cool. Anyways, we got a dominant candle. We got a doji candle. But you need to realize this doji isn't like 100% a doji. It's because you feel me? Like, price didn't move. I mean, it didn't move too much, but it did go higher than what it was supposed to go to. If it was a doji, it would have stayed exactly still, but that's not really how things go in the market. So I'm going to think of a doji as only 10% of the move happened, and it's right there smack in the middle. You feel me? So it either went 10% higher, but there was a lot of tug and pull on the upside and the downside, or it went 10% lower, and there was a lot of tug and pull on the upside or downside. You feel me? So like right here, it's only about 5-10% of this entire move that had substance, but there was, you feel me, 40% went to the upside. Well, 45% was to the upside, 45% was to the downside. But then we got that 10% move right here, which actually went 10% to the upside. Same situation here, but it's not even 10%. It's literally the perfect doji. You feel me? This is the doji that you really want to see. But these are valid too. Where we at? Where else? Doji. Technically a doji in my opinion. But anyways, just gonna let you. That's when it comes down to dojis. So peep game. In this situation, we got a dominant candle right after some negative pressure, which is saying this is a nice situation that might be a respectable zone. So let's mark it here. Respectable zone right here. Then I'm going to also mark the end of the wick, but I'll make the wick red. Because yellow means, all right, I want it to slow down here. Red means if it doesn't stop right here, then yo, all right, I'm not even going to pay attention until it gets back to a zone that I need to respect. I'm kind of colorblind, so I'm just going to say white. I don't even know what red's at, bro. This is crazy. Anyways, all right, boom. So we bounced off here, off a wick. Then we bounced off here with actual real volume and created this candle. Boom. Tried to go a little higher. Didn't make it. Next candle. Next day, guess what? We got a lot of indecision going on, but we're still trading at the top of this candle. It's pretty good. But this indecision, you need to realize that. We got a lot of positivity after negativity, and then we got indecision that happened right after this positivity. So, all right. What I'm going to expect is we're not going to go any higher. Why? Because the people realized that it was probably in a bounce. It probably was a demand zone. Look, I don't even know what was happening in 2018. I was not trading, but let's just go to it. You see how this yellow line adds up exactly over here? That's because this is a zone where people bought before. So whoever bought down here and they rolled it all the way up and they rolled it all the way up, people will expect for a pullback to occur. And when it did occur, guess what? People was waiting for it. So it bounced up. Boom. Then we got some indecision going on because people are like, all right, Are we bouncing up because there was value that was happening, or are we just bouncing up because this is a zone that other people realized and they actually wanted to be a part of it? I don't know. It could have been news. It could have been other things. I don't really know. But anyways, that's just how you want to think of things and see it, because this is just what's happening. You feel me? Like, I don't have 10, 20, $30 million to tell you why this happened, but somebody just trading with 100, 200, 400, 500. It's like, all right, we just got to deal with it. We just got to ride the wave. You feel me? All right. Right after that, I told you them doges is indecision. Once you got a situation where you know for a fact you don't want to go too high, you don't want to go too low, but you already had a move that went higher, it's like, damn, how come we didn't continue? If we didn't continue, you want to think, all right, so we might just be going the opposite way, which is actually saying we might just be jumping right back down into the situation that we was already in. Boom, guess what? We come straight back down to this area. Then we come to the next day. We stopped at this area real abrupt. Like, realize there's a wick, there's a shadow, there's a what you call it? Wick shadow. Oh, tail. There we go. Anyway, there's a wick right here saying, yo, we might go a little lower. Then we got indecision, and then we came to a situation where, all right, we want to go lower. But guess what? There's no wick down here. Like, in my situation, if I'm seeing this, I'm loving this. I'm like, oh yeah, this is lit. This is lit. This is lit. I get a chance to jump in here now, cause like we already seen this strong bias down here, and then now we're in a situation where this shit just shot down. It stopped the bruh exactly on our line. Then you wanna be like, all right, cool. This gonna be that double. This gonna be that retest that we want to jump in. Then you can, you feel me? Jump in right here. Probably can risk down here, just because it stopped abrupt. If it was to have a tail and be on some walkie stuff, then I'd be like, okay, let me just wait and see what's going on. But anyways, next day, fuck around, it's a doji. But I need you to understand, it started right here. It pushed all the way down. I'm gonna get this volume out the way. I'm really yeah. Anyways, started right here, pushed all the way down. I'm talking, man. Listen, it got crazy. It pushed down way below this like red, quote unquote, white line. So they realized, all right, people might be scared and nervous. Like, you don't want to jump into this trade just yet. Just chill. This is like a whole entire day. So you feel me? I don't know when it happened. I don't know how it happened, but just know it's a doji. So it's like, all right, we're having a doji candle after a red in a zone that clearly showing that the people want to push above from. That's giving me information. That's like, all right, cool. We might have something going on. So the next day, we still waiting for this trade to play out. Guess what? We hit a line that was real abrupt. Didn't want to go higher. Indecision, came back down. Cool. Indecision. Guess what? We actually ended up higher than where we were the previous day. So it was indecision within a positive situation, within a zone that's being respected by the bulls. You feel me? All right. Now we come to the next day. Guess what? We started exactly where we ended the day yesterday. So that's great. That means there was nothing happening in the shadows that we missed out on. So now everything that's going to happen within this day is going to be true price action. We're going to respect that. All right. So now that's what happens as soon as the day opens up. Boom. We come down. I don't even know if it's as soon, but just based off this candle, I can just, guess. But we came down and then we stopped. Exactly. Not exactly, but we stopped real we stopped in a particular area that we know for a fact the bulls don't want it to go lower than. So it's like, all right, cool. Boom. In this situation, this is when you make that play. This is when you realize, all right, we bounced off of it, indecision, came down and retested, indecision, came back down, retested it one more time. Boom. I'm in this play. Just because we started up higher. So this is just us just trying to figure out, is this really support? Is this really going to hold? And it held. So then in this situation, you jump in, you wait, you ride it out. Then you want to realize, all right, we started here. We realized the indecision candle before went way lower. We didn't go lower than that situation this day. We actually went higher and we closed above the indecision mark, the highest indecision area from the previous day. So this is what I'm seeing. From here to here, whatever. Anyways, from here to here, this is what happened with this candle. And guess what this candle happened? From here, let's say here to here. We're not gonna count the wicks for this candle, just because this is when you actually jumped in. This is like what you should realize and what you should see. If you didn't jump in that day, it's not even a problem because you just want to wait for that confirmation. But honestly, that line, that yellow line right there is very important. So you should have been in this stock if you was like trying to play the play. But anyways, so you realize the candle before was a wick indecision. It didn't do too much. It didn't get anywhere. But the next day, guess what? We bounced off that line that we made, what, 3 4 days ago. And then we shot above the wick, which we was at yesterday. Now, only thing we got to do now is get rid of this red candle. If we get rid of this red candle and realize, all right, cool, all that energy that was here 2 3 days ago is gone, then we're in a beautiful situation. We can just hold this bitch, or we can wait until we see what's going on next. Ideally, I will wait. I'm coming up here. Let me see, actually. Boom, boom, boom. Right here, actually. This is my first target. From here to here. Actually, I'll do it this one. I like getting this one because look, this right here was a clear resistance, and as soon as that resistance flipped and turned to support, we had a nice green bullish candle here. So peep game. Anybody that was within this stock, they're looking forward to show some resistance over here. But if it doesn't, it pops above. Guess what? This is the new area we want to see some resistance. But anyways, let's get back to what we was doing. All right, cool. Next day, guess what? We tried to go lower. We realized we didn't. We opened right here. We came above. We closed higher than the previous day. Love to see it, but we still didn't take this candle out the way. So now you're just holding on. I'm not adding anything to this position. I'm just holding. You feel me? All right. I mean, y'all could, but that's just not how I do it. But anyways, next day comes on. Guess what? Boom. We opened up higher. We tried to go lower, but realize this is the lowest we ever went that day. This is the lowest we ever went this day. This is the lowest we ever went this day. So we're making lower lows and we're making higher highs. Now you got to realize this candle just killed this entire. It just killed this entire situation that was going on. So now I'm gonna respect this zone. If this zone, now you can get rid of all this because you don't even gotta. I mean, if you want to focus on it, but. Alright, so now the top of this candle is a zone that I'm respecting. If we start to play games over here, that just means we don't have enough energy we don't have enough energy, you feel me? From here to here is a zone that we gotta get out of. This is pretty much like a consolidation. We don't want to consolidate down here. But as you see, we're consolidating towards the top of the zone. Not the bottom, the top. That's what you love to see. So after that, boom, we spiked out, broke out. Love to see it. Next day, we actually gapped up. Gapped up's a great, because let's see if we're gonna close this gap. So guess what? Boom. It closed the gap, went lower than the gap actually, and we pushed it right back above. And what you see here, that hammer candle. What does hammers tell you? All right, there's a lot of sell pressure going on, but guess what? The bulls won. So you got 70% of people saying they wanted to go down, but the 30% that participated that wanted it to go up kept it up. And that's obviously not the correct numbers or percentages, but that's just like how you should be thinking about it when you see the candles. And then we got the exact opposite of that candle happening next. Whoa, buddy, what's going on? And then it's happening towards an area that we said we thought would be resistance. You feel me? This area was resistance right here. Then we scroll over. Guess what? Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. And boom, we got some resistance happening over here. But realize, we're still above. We're still in a positive situation. We still made a lower low. We still made a higher high. So in this situation, I'm not selling my stock, but I am looking at it to realize, like, yo, I might have to get up out of here. I don't even know what's going on right now. Next situation, red candle. Whoa, we gap down, and we're not making any new highs. All right, and we're lower than the previous 2 days. Whoa, it's not looking too good. I don't know, man. All right, in this situation, I'm shaving some shit off just in case. I'm just gonna shave one or two. Hmm. Anyways, next day, guess what? Boom, we went all the way up. So this is fake bullish volume. People are saying like, what's going on here? Like we opened up, boom, we probably spiked all the way up, had a crazy run. As soon as we hit this zone, and you want to realize like this is happening. I honestly, I promise y'all, I don't even know what was going on. Like I just clicked on a random day, and it's like, all right, it's smacked directly on our line. It's like, yo, we gotta get up out of this, man. They don't want to go higher. Like we had a lot of momentum, but then as soon as it hit that resistance point, it smacked down. But peep game, we're not gonna get out the trade. We just gonna secure some profits and realize like this trade might start to turn directions. Anyways, boom, guess what? Same situation here, but we actually went just slightly lower and we had a little bit more sell pressure. You feel me? So next situation occurs. All right, we got the flip of this candle. So it's like we just tugging pulling. We're not doing anything. We're just tugging and pulling. But you got to realize this was volume that didn't hold. This was sell buy pressure that did not hold. Now you got to realize it's a flip situation of this. So this was selling pressure that didn't hold. This is buy pressure that didn't hold. That did hold. I'm sorry. So this is more. This is pretty much saying this candle is pretty much killing 1, 2, and 3. Not really this one because we still, you know, we smacked that line. It's kind of more volume than this candle, but you still need to look at it from the previous candle. We killed this candle right here. They was doing crazy shit that day. All right, we gonna flip the switch on y'all. We're gonna do the same exact opposite. So you want to start getting a more positive mindset because you want to look at all the green candles and see what was happening. Just another consolidation within this zone. Realize we consolidated here, like we ping ponging right here. Now we broke from this zone. We broke from here to here. Now we playing here to here. What's about to happen? All right. We smack the lows. We seen if we can get lower. We don't want to go lower. We smack the highs. See, we trying to get higher. We're not trying to go that high. All right. But guess what? We didn't get back to this zone, so we're not really scared. Boom. Get higher. Next situation, we get higher again, and we're actually at that resistance zone. So you might, if you see this, you're like, all right, cool. This thing about to take off tomorrow. Boom. Hit that resistance line. We smack back down. Oh my God. Oh, no, no, no. Strong volume to the negative side. So it's pretty much saying, yo, this zone right here has a lot of sellers lined up. They're just waiting for y'all to come to this zone, selling it. It's not a problem. You expect that. That's why we shaved some off over here. I mean, you could have shaved it off as soon as you hit that zone, but it's like, bro, I was in that right here. We was in that right here. Like we seen what was going on. We was waiting for this trade to play out, so we not really tripping. Anyways, I mean, what's that? 145 to 153. I don't know. I like it. I respect it, especially on options. Man, listen, I love it. Anyways, all right, cool. So now we're playing these two zones. We can. I was gonna get rid of this line, but we'll keep it there. Now we're playing this zone. We got a doji that happened exactly in an area that we couldn't get above before. You realize this is our resistance, right? I told you this was an area that we can't get above. And once we get above it, which we did on this candle, now this is what we got to fight for. If we get below this situation, it's like, all right, things might be a little wacky, man. Keep your P's and Q's. Love to see this doji that happened right here. What I tell you about reversals. We got a doji that's forming on a daily in a key area that we wanted to be support. Love to see it. Perfect. All right, next day, guess what happened? Boom. We gapped down. We gapped down right to the lows of this doji. Actually, we hit the exact low of that doji. We actually no. I think it was like 2 cents away. So it was 2 cents where we could have been, but we didn't get there. So it's like, all right, not a problem. We still got a higher low in this situation right here. We got a higher low. Then we got a dominant candle that actually took this whole doji out. Ideally, didn't take it all because it's still 2 cent down here. But if you look at it, this shit took the whole situation out. So now it's like, boom, we in here for good. We already know because you just got to line it up and look at things for what it is. This situation, we realized we didn't want to go lower. We actually wanted to go higher. We made this our new support. Guess what? Boom. Now we got to figure out where we want to go. We don't want to go higher. Came back down. We didn't go as low as where we entered, which is a great sign. And then we had a doji that formed, which is saying a reversal, which means, all right, we had 2 negative candles. Doji, it's time to do something different. What did we do different? We came up. After that, 1, 2, 3, 4, we had 4 days of positivity. You could have held for 4 days, could have been lit. You hold it for 4 days just to get back to this zone. Because you realize the fight, let me show y'all. Arrows. All right. So the fight from here to here, it occurred. Like peep game. From this candle here to this candle here, it's nothing but positivity happening. And there was no negative coming in. So it's like, you're going to expect for some negativity to occur when a strong resistance area is met. This is a strong resistance area. So yeah, negativity occurred. But you got to realize, we didn't come back down to where they wanted it to go. We came to the 50% mark. From here to here to here, this is a 100% move right here. Here to here is 50%. This is the 50% line. We came right back down to it, which is saying, all right, whoever jumped in at the bottom, they just gonna sell 50%, get their money's worth. You feel me? Make this play safe. That big money's doing that. So now we in a situation where, okay, cool. Now we're gonna play this. From here to here. From here to here. Just look at the arrows. The arrow is not as long as this arrow. So that means it didn't take as much energy to get from here to here. Which is saying, so we used all our energy going all the way down here to here. And then we took a break. We pulled back. We took a break. And then now we got energy. So if we use that same energy we used here, guess what? We're going to go far and beyond this. And that's what you should expect. That's what you want to see. Because they're taking a break. They're cooling off. They're gathering their thoughts. You feel me? They're putting their money together. They're doing the calculations, whatever. Boom. Now we got that energy, and that energy shot us all the way up over here. Love to see it. Then guess what? Another doji occurred. What happened with this doji right here? What happened with this doji right here? This was off of negative energy. A doji occurred, so we went up. This is off of negative energy. A doji occurred. We went up. This is off of positive energy. A doji occurred. And guess what? It occurred as soon as we got near a resistance area that we already pointed out. That's beautiful, bro. Beautiful. Happened exactly where we wanted it to happen. Now listen. Hit the resistance. We got a doji. What you want to do is wait for it to get to this zone. Once it got to this zone, boom. See this? See this? As soon as it touched it, sell it. Yo, sell it. Actually go short. Buy 10 0-day options. Go short. Nah, don't buy 10. Get out of here. But yeah, no cap. You want to think about having a short mind frame. Just until we get back to this zone, that 50% zone. You feel me? You want to have a short bias mindset. So, doji, sell off. Yeah, do we really want to keep selling off? Yeah, we do. Sold off. Wait, we at that 50% zone. What y'all want to do? Y'all be bouncing off that? Be bouncing off a bit off of real negative pressure though. Like, I don't really want to see that. If it was a green hammer, I would have been happy. But it's a red hammer, so it's not really looking too good. That just means we didn't want to go too low, but we actually went lower. Anyways, next situation. Started here, got low, tried to go lower, didn't. So now we got people realizing this right here. This might be a value zone. This little area right here, this might be a value zone. Because then see what happened right after. Boom. Smacked it up, didn't go lower. We actually smacked that line right there. Tried to go lower than this previous candle, but we didn't. Then we tried to go up higher. All right. But you need to realize this is a 50-50. So there's 50% sellers, there's 50% buyers. And then down here we got like a good 2% of sellers as well. So I don't know, it's still indecision because we're just like, I'm using so many percentages, just like we're in the lower end. So we're above the 50% zone, which is this. This is the higher. So this is 0. This is 50. This is 100. We're above the 50% zone. So that's positive. But you got to realize we're at the lower end at this above the 50% zone. So it's not that positive, especially when you're seeing sell pressure occur closer to the 50% zone. You're like, I don't know, man. But the fact that we bounced off, you might want to keep your eyes on it. You feel me? But anyways, next day, gap down. We closed the gap, and you don't even, man. Listen, we closed the gap, came down. We broke this zone. At this point, I have no more interest in this stock. I'm good until we get back over here. I'm done playing with this thing. And guess what happened? Sold off. We stopped right here. We played games around this entire area until we did it all over again. Boom, 50% zone, doji. Boom. We didn't go all the way back down. Boom, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, like it's going to keep happening. It's a pattern. Things happen on and on and on. It happens consistently. Like literally just look at the dojis. Like this is 2018. I wasn't trading. Let's just go to 2000. I'm really scrolling in front of y'all. Where we at? Ew, 2009? Whatever. But yeah, the thing's still playing off the same exact way. No, not really. Down here, we got just, this is ugly. Anyways, the doji here, guess what? Things start to go to the upside. I can't really tell y'all. This is like consolidation in my eyes. Oh, whoa, buddy. Remember this? What was this? A shooting star? But it looks bigger than what it is, but this is like 60% of a wick. 60% of this candle is a wick. From here to here, and then we got here to here. We really don't want to see this right here, but just imagine it without that tail. That's the shooting star. What the shooting star is telling you? We're going down. What did we do for the past 2 weeks? Took a doodle, bro. That's a, man, what is this? It's 2 months. I'm bugging. Took a doodle. Man, listen, the candlesticks are always going to tell you what you want to know. You just got to respect it. And you actually got to put these in areas that's actually going to be impactful. Like, if we just seen a doji right here. Like, I seen a doji. It's time to reverse. Like, oh, you sure, bro? What else? Like, you have to have, me personally, I want to see at least 3 things add up that's going to make me say, all right, cool. It's time to jump in. I want to see it be in a clear resistance or a clear support zone. I want to see a doji occur. And honestly, I want the sentiment of the day, of the week, or whatever I'm trading to be in alignment with what I'm thinking. If it's not within alignment, then I'm probably not going to have that much confidence in that trade. Like if it's CPI and they're saying negative things, and then I see a doji occur, and then I see 2 red bars occur right after, it's like, yeah, bro, I don't know. I don't think we should be going long here. Like, I know it's a support zone, but I don't really think we should be going long right now. This might just become a support zone that gets broken. Like, I know you may be thinking, like, yo, this shit might reverse, bro. It's a doji. It bounced off this area in 2010. Like, yeah, but it's 2023, and we got negative energy coming out. Like, we got some negative things being said. Did you tune in at 8:30 today, bro? Like, if you're not doing those things, and this is all gonna be bullshit. You feel me? You're not really gonna find any value within it. And if you don't see the patterns and whatever, then it's like, all right, this ain't true, bro. He's lying. But if you start to put everything together and then you start to implement it, practice, keep on doing it back to back, day after day, night after night, then you're like, all right, cool. I see exactly what's going on. It's like, oh, you can see these head and shoulders forming before you even see the fucking head. Nah, you can't do that. Not before the head. But before the right shoulder, well, technically a left shoulder, before the left shoulder occurs, you can see these things happening in your head if you continue to go over these charts and continue to study these candlesticks. Like, I literally trade like this. There's nothing else on my charts. I mean, there's volume, and there's I think a 9. I want to say 9 and a 20. No, 50 and 200. Just depends. Like on the hour chart, it's 50 and 200. On the 1 minute chart, it's a VWAP, and that's it in volume. Like I don't use anything. I don't use fibs. I don't use like you feel me? I don't know. I just don't use anything else. It's just strictly candles. Candles, news, and market sentiment. That's it. Like I don't use anything else. But anyways, this is a quick first video for the newbies, for the new ones. Just trying to teach, trying to get better at teaching. But I'm trying to teach y'all how I interpret these candlesticks, and for the people that don't really trade stocks, I'm trying to show y'all and tell y'all this is the best way to find some positivity within the stock market. If you're going doing these other things, well, in my opinion, this is the best way. If you're doing other things, trying to add a lot of indicators, you're trying to, I don't know, get these alerts from other people. It's like, for what, bro? Everybody can see this. This is a public chart. Like the people that's giving you alerts, they seeing that doji right there. They seen it. Like everybody's seen the fact that this is a lower low. I mean, a higher low. This is a higher low that closed. This is a higher low that closed. This is a higher low that closed that actually tried to go as low as all of these previous bars, but it couldn't. But then it closed right back here, and it's still a higher low. Everybody seen that. But you're the person that's not trying to realize that, yo, if I just spend 10 minutes a day looking at these charts, I can realize that. But you just want to like hop in a Discord and be like, yo, so what you looking at today, bro? Like, what do you mean? What am I looking at today? I'm looking at the same thing everybody else in the world is looking at. Like, pick a side and play the play. But anyways, yo, hop in, tap into the Discord. We got informative things. We got information, got ideas.